Greetings, I'm Patrick Pekarsik, and this is the first installment of my soon-to-be continuing series, Atheist, Anarchist, Asshole. If you value science over religion, liberty over safety, and freedom over statism, then you should like it here. If not, you need to go fuck yourself. Too many amongst us have succumbed to fear and feel that we need the government to protect us, the church to save us, and our institutions to preserve us. But I, like all of us, hold my opinions in very high regard, so let's get started. First off, we need to legalize heroin. You can't watch TV or surf the web without hearing about the opioid epidemic, and everybody has a solution. The right wants more police in prisons, the left wants Medicaid and treatment, but nobody discusses legalization. I mean, let's face it, most of us drink, and we've all walked into a liquor store to purchase a dangerous, physically addicted depressant that can kill you, and it ruins lives every day. But when we buy that bottle of Jack Daniels, we know that we are getting 40% ethanol alcohol, we won't go blind drinking it, and we can purchase it in reputable locations, and gangs with guns no longer control its distribution. The main reason people are overdosing and dying is a lack of quality control. Doses are poorly measured, contaminants like fentanyl are common, and the illicit drug market is inherently dangerous. Now imagine a world where a user could walk into the corner heroin store, select from a variety of brands and strengths, and know to the exact microgram what they are shooting. And they could even purchase a couple clean syringes at checkout. How much better and safer of a world would it be, if there was no MS-13 drug dealers and no more violence controlling the drug trade? But people shouldn't do heroin, I hear you saying. Well, people shouldn't do a lot of things, but the government shouldn't be in the best business of legislating morality. I don't begrudge anybody their own personal pursuit of happiness. If you want to go to the gym, watch your carbs, live a healthy lifestyle, it's your choice. If you want to slowly kill yourself with drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes, that's your prerogative. We are citizens, not subjects. The Revolutionary War decided that question. You own you, not the government. Your body is your own. The war on drugs has only led to a burgeoning prison population, the persecution of poor neighborhoods by police, and the disenfranchisement of minorities and those who can't afford good legal representation. But despite the countless billions spent, drugs are still winning the drug war. I mean, take an opioid-addicted prostitute. She's been plying her trade to support her habit, but you will never hear her say, "I've been sucking dicks all day, and I have all of this money in my pocket, but thanks to the concerted efforts of law enforcement, I have nowhere to get my shit. Maybe I'll just take all this money and enroll in the local community college, get an education, and better myself." Ridiculous. We need to get over this mindset that law equals morality. Another thing that's been in the news a lot lately is gun control, and especially the AR-15. I'm saddened. I'm more of a left-leaning, secular anarchist, libertarian leanings, but socially pretty liberal person. But it saddens me that the left is calling for the disarmament of citizens when liberals and the left and progressives are the ones most in need of AR-15s. There is a growing divide in this country, left and right. Now I'm on Long Island, New York, a liberal stronghold. Lots of money, education, brisk and functioning economy relative to other parts of the nation. People up here tend to look down on middle America and the South. They're racist, they're uneducated, toothless, ignorant, dirty farm types. But I would ask these Northeasterners, in a time of civil unrest or insurrection, if public works failed, grocery stores went empty, and roads became untravelable, could you provide for yourself and defend your family? Unlike those in red states of the nation, I doubt very much that a lot of people up here could plant a garden, let alone raise crops. They couldn't hunt, they couldn't raise livestock, let alone butcher it. And they certainly couldn't fend off roving bands of criminals taking advantage of a state of lawlessness. Now, in the first Civil War, the North had the advantage of industry and production. But as our nation inches closer and closer to a non-political resolution of differences, I fear for the left. There's a growing neo-fascist movement out there, and you combine that with the increasing power and influence of the religious right, and this threatens everyone that would call themselves progressive. Yet leftist types are determined to remain unarmed, defenseless, and impotent in the face of this growing threat. Hey, take a look at New York City. If an armed movement with, say, Southern origins controlled a few bridges and tunnels, this wondrous place of arts, culture, diversity, and prosperity would be reduced to a concentration camp. Hey, all great empires have fallen or will fall, and we've already experienced one civil war, so I don't think it's paranoid or any kind of conspiracy theory to imagine this scenario. I need to get over it, left. The Second Amendment made absolutely no reference to hunting or target shooting. The Founding Fathers, in their prophetic wisdom, knew that the right to bear arms was necessary for a free people to defend themselves in times of civil unrest, insurrection, or government overreach. I mean, have you ever watched the footage of the riots after the police were acquitted of beating the shit out of Rodney King? Now, on a side note, I think riots serve a noble function in that if the government or its armed agents aren't respecting the rights of citizens, or they are taking part in abusive activities, it's the duty of citizens to strike fear in law enforcement and provide consequences for blue misbehavior. The government should fear the people, not the other way around. Anyway, during those riots, many of the Korean-owned shops in Los Angeles were misguidedly targeted for destruction. Now, should that owner be forced to rely on police for protection or insurance companies for eventual compensation? This person, he or she, came to this country and worked countless hours to build up a business to provide for, themselves and their family, and they're just supposed to sit back and watch their shop burn? Right there is a perfect example of when a semi-automatic rifle and a 30-round clip has civilian applications. I mean, I could go on, but this video is already getting too long for my attention span, let alone most of the viewers, I'm sure. But I'll be back with another video very soon. Be sure to subscribe and check, click on the links to my blog and our Facebook page. And thanks for watching. I'm Pat Pekarsik, atheist, anarchist, asshole.